Last week, the Blastburn Rovers pulled off a huge upset as they came out on top of Anima and her Golden State Dragons. This week, they set out to face Ashton Akai and his Bristol City Fletchlings. The Fletchlings are coming off a rough loss to the Kentucky Kekleons and look to bounce back and steal the momentum the Rovers have created for themselves over the past 2 weeks. Who will come out on top? This is week 6 of the TBU. What's going on, everybody? K2 here with week 6 of the TBU, the Battle Union. This week we are going up against Erik, Ashton Akai, and his Bristol City Fletchlings. Looking at his team, it wasn't exactly what I predicted. I did expect the Mega Audino and the Chansey coming. I expected the Tentacruel to come, but I did not. He did not bring that. Unfortunate for me, but whatever, what can you do? If you want to know exactly what I'm bringing, go ahead, check down below. In the description will be a link to my team analysis video explaining all the sets that I brought and why I brought them, as well as perhaps what I thought he was going to bring. But that's not what we're here for today. Today we are here to look over the battle that happened. Looking at his team, I felt like my best lead was the Thunder's Therian, so that's what I am going to lead with. I originally had Excadrill as my dedicated lead, but I felt very, very good about Thunder's T being my lead here. So what is going to happen here? He's going to issue a challenge. He's going to send out Terrence, his Talonflame, and I am instantly in a great position here. He's actually going to sack off his Talonflame turn 1, over predicting me to switch into something else. However, I'm just going to go straight for the Volt Switch, which is going to be able to knock this thing out, and I'm going to get a free switch into Steven D, the Hariyama, and get my Flame Orb activated. That is going to be huge for me, because Guts boosted Hariyama is really, looking at his team preview, really going to put in a whole lot of work this match, because he doesn't have too much really to take hits from it. That Flame Orb is going to activate. I actually wanted Toxic Orb because I knew I wasn't going to be in very long against like his whole team. But what do you know? That's all I can really do. He is going to go ahead, go into his Mega Audino, Mega Evolve up, and I'm going to go straight for the Heavy Slam. Heavy Slam does about 70%, which is a whole lot to this thing. I expected him really to just go for the Dazzling Gleam or Moonblast or whatever it gets, but instead he sets up a Wish, and that's actually good for me because he cannot really stay in and 1v1 this, so I'm going to predict him to switch out. I'm going to go straight for the Knockoff. Knockoff is going to get rid of this Scissor's leftovers, but it's going to bring this Scissor right back up to full. You see, I do just over half with the Knockoff. That's huge damage, so I feel with my Guts boosted Stab, Adamant, Max Attack, Close Combat, that I should be in a really good position. I did the calc, it's just barely going to live. I had a 43% chance to Oko, and I just missed out on it. He's actually going to set up the Swords Dance, though, which is kind of scary for me because he can do a whole lot of damage with a Bullet Punch, and I really want to save Hariyama here. So what I should have done is I should have gone straight into Slowking instead of Tangrowth, but I am going to go into Tangrowth. I just chose something to really sack off so I could get a free switch into something. Scizor is going to get the 2-hit KO on Tangrowth. I ran out of time calcing really what he was going to go for because I didn't want to go straight into Slowking. But oh well, Tangrowth goes down to a +2 Bug Bite, and he's sitting there at like 3% health. And this is my chance to get in there with John Pincina, set up an SD, which probably in hindsight wasn't the greatest play. I should have just gone straight for the kill instead of setting up so early. But it did allow me to get some extra damage on Crawdaunt. When it comes in next, I'm going to go for the feint here, and he's going to bring in Crawdaunt. I'm getting very ahead of myself here, but that's because I want to explain what's happening. It did put pressure on him to not go straight into Chansey or Mega Audino. Neither of which really are switching to Mega Pinsir to counter it, but what do you know? Feint here is going to do about 80%, 75%, and he's just going to go ahead and go for the Aqua Jet. If I had Quick Attack, it would have done more, but there was no chance that it would have killed from there. It did a max of 99.6%, so that's the thing. He's just going to go ahead and knock me out with an Aqua Jet, and we see that he's Life Orb. So right here, I'm going to make the play to go into my Excadrill. I am Focus Sash, so it doesn't matter what he goes into, or what move he goes for, I'm going to live. And me getting off an Earthquake here is going to take out his Excadrill, so I believe the score is 4-3 right now. He just has Mega Audino, Clawitzer, and Chansey left, if I believe I am correct. So right here, I am actually going to set up my late game rocks, which is going to be a help if he's going to try and switch around, which if he really wants to get back into the game, he's going to have to do. So he goes for the Soft Boiled, and that was a waste of Soft Boiled because he couldn't do anything. He shows the counter here, pretty cool, but that's fine with me because I was really just leaving it in to die and get a free switch into Hariyama. And right here, I am going to pressure him so much with Hariyama now that the game is tied 3-3. Hariyama puts in so much work against Mega Audino, Chansey, and Clawitzer, knocking them all straight out. And he really doesn't have a whole lot he can do. What he should do and what he is going to do is he's going to go into his Clawitzer, and it's going to make me fear being knocked out, because he could outspeed me. Very good possibility that he outspeeds me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go straight into Slowking, just to preserve my victory, because anything could happen if I left Hariyama in, and I didn't want it to go down to a Life Orb Scald if he was max speed. That would have been really bad, because I was just running enough speed to outspeed a min speed Scizor, which is what he was. He's going to go ahead, go for the Scald, get the burn, that's fine. I'm leaving this in, I'm bringing this in order to sack it off. Right here, I'm just going to go straight for a Side Shock. Really don't need too much else from Slowking. So really, I just want to make sure that I keep the victory, I preserve the victory, which is why I'm going to end up leaving Slowking in. If he tries stalling me out, that's completely fine. I can go straight into Hariyama once the Slowking goes down, or I can go into Thundurus, depending on what he switches in, or whatever kills Slowking is going to be what comes in. So if Chansey were to kill Slowking here, I would bring in Hariyama, get a free kill, and go for another close combat. If he brought in this to kill it, which is what he actually goes for, I'm going to get out some Side Shock damage, and he's going to kill me with the Dark Pulse. Now this is going to allow me to get a free switch into Thundurus T and get off a free Volt Switch, which will bring me right back into Hariyama again. And if he wants to go into Chansey to try and pull himself back into it against Thundurus, something is going to die to a close combat, and that's really just going to wrap up the game here. The game is in my hands, it's 2-2, but this is checkmate. I'm going to go for the Volt Switch. He does indeed make the play to go into Chansey, but that's fine, because as I said, Hariyama just wins the game from here out. So, a very close match, closer than last week by a score, but I felt, again, like I was very much in control of this match. His turn 1 sacking of Talonflame I didn't completely agree with, because it really took away the one thing that pressured my team wholeheartedly, and that was that. He didn't have anything for me after that, and then Hariyama just went on a roll, getting, as you'll see, I outspeed the Clawitzer here, and I pick up a third KO with its Flame Orb Guts boosted close combat. So that's going to wrap up the game. That's going to put us at 3-3 on the season. Plus 4 is our differential, and that's pulling us straight back into the playoff race. We started off 0-3 under Dan. He got a win in his final week, and now we are sitting here 2 straight wins, 3-3 on the season, and it should put us back right into the playoff picture. So thank you guys so much for watching. please click the like button if you wow, I can't talk today. Please click the like button if you enjoyed, and that's all I got for you. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.